Good morning, Nick Aiton here, and I'm out with the dogs in my morning walk, which is late morning walk. It's almost lunchtime here, so and the sun is out and it's fantastic today. And in the last few conversations we talked about the web. It's Web 3.0, quite topical because Web Summit's on this week, and I also want to talk about AI a little bit. And it's something that people write a lot about, and if we think back to some notable individuals, Stephen Hawking, Gates, Musk, or what have you, they all question AI's impact ultimately on civilization, on humanity. And the debate is, will AI take over, superintelligence become so powerful that it creates an extinction level event for humanity? And I think there's ways of preventing that in actual fact. And the more I drill into AI, it is pretty misunderstood. And I've also been sort of dipping into the world of neural networks, which is very interesting, in particular quantum neural networks, which are extraordinary actually. But the AI fundamentals, deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence, well, let's stop it right there, shall we? Because we're talking about algorithms, we're talking about code, we're talking about passing data through a range of different algorithms which act as filters in a sense, and they're trying to find stuff, they're trying to predict, match, identify a whole range of different parameters. And that's the thing, you set an objective, what you want to do, and you also create various levels of parameters as algorithms that you prepare the data, you clean the data, you organize the data, you shove it in, and then the algorithms try to work things out. And in a sense that's very deterministic. I wrote a short article about it. And determinism and deterministic is very much traditional science, Newtonian science, where you put some stuff in, you put the inputs in, but you sort of have a feeling of what the output's going to look like, and you're looking for confirmation, or you're looking for ways of confirming things that and in some respects you can predict, but they're within parameters. The parameters are always fixed, because if you don't fix the parameters, the thing can't function. AI can't work it through, because the spectrum of AI at the moment is very narrow. Teach it the rules of a game and it gets better very quickly than human beings at the rules of the game, because it can see and do and process so many things more efficiently. But let's look beyond that in the world of probabilistic, quite mouthful, the probability world, the world of quantum mechanics, the world of accepting levels of uncertainty that we think we know, but we don't know. And when you're working in the subatomic realms, which is, quantum physics and quantum mechanics, then, things become a little bit different. And, the way in which you can organize, quantum machine learning in a sense, is that you can sit it alongside conventional AI, which is very narrow, and you let the quantum AI operate in the grey, the unknown, where you want it to find, you feed in the data, but you want it to find the outliers, you want to find the things that sort of are missed, you want to find the things that may be important but you don't know. And that whole piece there becomes very, very interesting, because if you can process this and drop enormous amounts of data in, quite often with AI you tell it what you're looking for, but quite often you don't tell it what you're looking for, you just stand back and see what it finds. But the narrow AI, which has specific boundaries, will only find specific things. But if you allow neural networks and you don't tell it, and you let it wander and you let it discover and explore the areas of grey, the things that aren't necessarily picked up with traditional AI, you can run these things in parallel. And you have the deterministic world where you sort of know what to expect, and then you have the probabilistic world of who knows. Why don't we stand back and see what happens? Just a few thoughts on AI, but it's here, it's important, and you've got to get with it. Talk soon.